bring the bill as it was and as was passed by the 8th Parliament in the same form and shape. Don't change it. Don't water it down.
We are patiently waiting for this LGBT bill. Nyankopon kwane no kwafo MPP for and never tell LGBT Ghana there. Every opposition is the wisest because other na yenina all of a sudden na enim say LGBTQ yempe na NDC for fight as opposition but incumbent as a mudile goes look akrabi yaba MPP for say hey can't charge ya charge hey Ghana politics
The 8th Parliament is history. So are all the businesses that were pending in the 8th Parliament.
The minority in Parliament, hey, gagingim goddamn, what LGBTQ untakwai yankuye kasi nanu ya according to Mahama Ayariga, the majority leader in Parliament kasi look. Only Speaker of Parliament didn't come on. On so more advertising, sa LGBTQ ne say almost at the family law no. Say back on passing as a business how. Na say where they are passing that a long time ago. Now where is that free for the buy? Now when the man was say we. Afenyo markings say your time. Na now the dan kwa Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Omo as president and a vice president, they catch them say montu mubase. Bebe yaduru no enye mre wei ana ekoye ho LGBTQ sensem montu mbazi na economy ni nye ni emfix economy ni wie any force la o man ti ase after la ni na echi ene omuka alhamdulillah no se wani alhamdulillah what da sorry mo se ene de bibia ye okay yankwangoda LGBTQ asane ye beka anti-LGBTQ law no ye be pass it. And I say, oh, Speaker of Parliament, we are passing as a bill that. Yet the command president and not Akufo-Addo. So on passing into law. And as for the board, Papa Nanye. Nka all sent take a cake. And you hear reach the last guy from City TV, and City FM and Channel 1 TV. Now that go pay our court. Now Supreme Court judge, a friend, a Chief Justice. Gertrude Araba Isaba said Kitoko, no, not count your permanent. No, I got to case soon and tell oh, you are president and Sayampa. Now when they said they go people parliamentarian for say yes and pass bills mo. Yan from pass procedure anymore. Majority leaders say and I said it's a waste of time. Yeah they na we yan pushing go yanim. Yan go yanim. Now yan president sent it as a bill, as a law. Now way ana enedie akoye gadindim garden. Minority side in parliament yes they be any revision on the human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, saying it will undermine the legislation intent. And according to minority side, it says, "Omatite majority 400%, omuyi be free, no mudi be kahon. Anything LGBTQ anti-LGBTQ law, omugusu omuya no yokodo emfa. Se omuya madwini ye mistake bi se omu be yi bi afrim." Edi bia ka ho a said ye omode baaye na nado danko Akufo-Addo time no sa pepepe e na say omode ma John Mahama ompe eno na ompe so say me say nyankopon ko ane no kwafo MPP for and never tell LGBT Ghana there. Every opposition is the wisest because other na yenina all of a sudden na enim say LGBTQ yempe na NDC for fight as opposition but incumbent as a mudile goes look akrabi yaba MPP for say hey can't charge ya charge hey Ghana politics ye be wu now why okasa we na minority leader there be MP for Damango Samuel Jinapor ninua John Jinapor the energy sector minister go for there omu the whole Ghana omu the best politicians Baku MPP, Baku NDC, anytime they are no sikabu fee. Enti oye na osihwe. Mo be review then another year and one na mo be ye mo beto aso. Ye ntwen e ma mo nhyɛ da mfa bɔ game ye swan wa ha. Mo ye ma mo ye be fa 9 e me da ne say so. Ade no ye kokɔ yanim ye be sa ko obi o.
But let me just conclude by saying that let them bring the bill as it was and as was passed by the 8th Parliament in the same form and shape. Don't change it. Just because don't water it down. What the Ghanaian people want is to have a law which promotes good sexual conduct in Ghana and which prevents LGBTQ. Don't go and change the 8th Parliament bill. Don't go and water it down. Don't go and revise it and bring it to the 9th Parliament and have the President assent to it, assent to a bill which is not fit for purpose. We want the 8th Parliament bill for the 9th Parliament to consider. Verbatim, don't change it.
Now, I know, Anama, the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Alban Sumani Bagbin said, the 8th Parliament is history, and so are all the pending businesses. And according to Albert Sumani Bagbin, just said, maybe Ghana Parliament, 8th Parliament na and Chelsea bio, and then another nye president, Domi nye vice, John Mahama, His Excellency, John Ababio, John Kwame Nkrumah. Oni Jane, Nano Poku Ajimai. Omuna replacing another nebo mia. And 8th Parliament nagu, 8th Parliament na 136 of MPs in both sides of the Parliament. And then Bagu hate to say we munkai. Where's a 9th Parliament in the 4th Republic? Inti, baby, I don't know. The term 8 years, 8 years not in the term. Emre share ye bia papa na answer bia anyamra. And the onus lies on John Mahama, John Kwame Nkrumah, John Ababio. Papa no say assemblies of God ni and the pens on the time he there. Just like the boss, the late John Evans Atanas. I can say, Trumu ni ye friend is saying a supi de enye ne pens we bin si da no. John Mahama say ono so ne pens we bin si. But the aka say be pass ni agye tu na be mra. Na wiase ni na hu say Ghana de wo so wo gay ne wu homo your friends say homo lesbobo any de ndien ya akeka hu LGBTQ plus de ndien ya mfama ha na yesu so ye de eyoba na bema ne ba ne kompam ne dampam ene timenyam wufa ba ware emani ye fantastic enti we no samra no atwam awu eko enti John Mahama so osa pass or assent man be mra enti ese sa pass bill no back.
The 8th Parliament is history. So are all the businesses that were pending in the 8th Parliament. They all ended with the 8th Parliament. And so we have a new Parliament, the 9th Parliament. And therefore what was pending there came to an end and had to be reintroduced. It was actually transmitted to the former president. They wrote to tell us that they will not assent to it. The only constitutional error they committed was they didn't give us the reasons why they will not assent to it. And they did not also transmit the bill back to us. They imprisoned it there. So the 9th Parliament, on resumption, took back the bill, and as you recall, that's a private member's bill. And so members of this House took it up. They've gone through the whole process as detailed out in our standing orders. But as it went through the process, the new government indicated that they wanted to take it as a public bill. I personally disagreed. I made it known to His Excellency the President that this is an initiative of our people, the traditional leaders, the religious leaders, civil society leaders. Ghanaians wanted this bill passed through private members' bill. And so so be it. We'll process it as private members' bill. It has to come back to the Speaker. You know, our rules have given what the Speaker is expected to do, which I will do before it can be laid in the.
Now, Speaker of Parliament declare anyway, no must say Allah wallahi. Allah said for your mark is a manka. Neda hono, Yanka see a betchemo, neda hono. When you place a rat poison on another man's tank, it won't take long for you two to taste the poison. Minority Leader Alexander Afenyo markings on the anti-LGBTQ controversy. Now,
for that day. But Mr. Speaker, our friends must know that sometimes when they place a rat poison on another man's tank, it will not take too long for they themselves to taste that rat poison. We are patiently waiting for this LGBT bill. We are patiently waiting for the corrected version. Mr. Speaker, I speak no more.
Honorable Minority Leader, don't read different meaning into what I said.
Ne kura ne tintin ni tie ni nan se papa ne se he na mo gas mo ye he won se akwaba beto mo so na nadu dan kwa Akufo-Addo tiso na mo ntibi da chese mo na mo nim wiase papa ni na mo ntum bo ase o mo ntum bo ase o mo ntum bo ase and then we go share speaker kon akwa say because speaker so ye NDC ni but we wa chese o ka no kure wadi no kure o say ade ne nsa mefa parliament ye pass man ye mra enti majority leader one side, majority side, no. Monko gada, monko tenase na mumbra. Come back and represent the bill again for us to debate on it and pass. And I say, na se nye law here ni yempese be sama na ban to existence. The NDC is having 2/3 in parliament. Ndi mu 2/3 ya. Mosi metumi ndi amama Mahama kura ye supreme god bi. E de ama yo Ghana hayi. Enti enu na se LGBTQ emrei bill mu di fa parliament. Muntimi pass. E ma na me yemra. You can pass it as the mupebia mu NDC for the mupebia mutimaye. And the majority for no, what fear are they going to impose on you? And Timunti some from a parliament you. I didn't hear. Mahama Ayariga, I didn't hear. But I before my shocking moment. I found your markings. Just some 10 months ago, LGBTQ silence. Do you know because of this after you go busia bonti yango ya trumu ene supi but ene omo party esini de omo nkan Ghana na ubi omo ye MPP Ghana enti seze no ensubone na NDC de ma MPP enya Ghana ho MPP no ene saa dubone no ebi aka oma no ntomo no ma de sometimes this NDC MPP some of the MPs think Ghana na say belong to them. Oh, Afenyo mark ATM MPP da ben. NDC ne tin da ben. Na no ya mankwala yi. Mo be de asemu Ghana ne be ye. But Alexander Afenyo market minority leader in parliament. Nensema o kan dey akere majority in parliament say LGBTQ ayadu bone anamde ma ye MPP. Ene musaka mo de mo be nom na gona because speaker of parliament Aban Sumani Bagbin say hey mo be say pass it back with a bill in parliament and send you pass it as a bill and send a crowd could do John Mahama the president amana senti inti mumpu whatever na eno na Mahama Ayariga the majority leader in parliament is will be gone me baby na man ka bi de mama krankaye o say oh na then na minority for manu ya dey sa o say do kai on kan money o say o say advertise ade no say pay ono as a member of parliament nim die mu no ene nyansan mu no and as a lawyer kakra oni ni chese ade ya pass ama e bill awie na edu say president president Nana Akufo-Addo ebe assent na be mra na nka Ghana ha ya implement ma judiciary no ameki sure say o me interpret ma ene police ene e for so implement ama na ka obi bia ana de ni koduru papa no na papa no ede o mo catch o mo say ma won san fa sa ne ma na ma ha biu Mamu fam ma na say papa no gay no de na onye na de say obesan jagelo na wanye na de na eno court nsensen na papa na nsan enti na eye ne nwanwa ndi mra ohu say advertise no okasi de bi deputy speaker of parliament na wa yentwen main speaker of parliament aye Abesumani Bagbin de papa no over 30 years experience in parliament papa no anya onimde na nimte onimde ekoso ewo parliament inti papa no ba yebebusa no and the speaker say woba na say wo say ade na say pass it back to parliament why not ye dey any problem in fact say see am ba parliament de kura no me president John Mahama John Kwame Nkrumah John Ababi edin komo no his excellency say ono wa ye ready ever ready asam so go ni ono supi ni trumutum o de head ono de wo he ne yere a your first lady Mrs. Lodina Mahama Nyankopɔ asira no o wachinyam ewe animonyam ne stand back in the backlist bibia ye kaju wasika abu both side enti ono no de ohun de enti abema obe hwadwen se Nyanko bema ha mon pass be no famra mesan enti minority for na dwen se endis for so muntimi ma sa anti-LGBTQ yi emaye mra ane agro ewe mani so pa in fact omo ye ready omo vim enya vim fa se ade no ebekoso ebeyi the only problem ni na say na omo nyanya ase and the speaker of parliament Abesumani Bagbin acheche mu why not okubeni eno a yenkonko a
LGBTQ bill was advertised, and the following day it was immediately taken out of the order paper. And I mentioned to this house that, truth be told, you had seen the adverts, but said there were a few issues that needed to be resolved before a decision can be taken as to what to do. Because I took a position that, so far as I recollect, in the last parliament, we passed the LGBTQ bill, and my understanding was that it was transmitted to the presidency. Later, we saw communication from the presidency threatening us to cease and desist, attempting to transmit the bill to the then president for his assent. I did not know whether or not the presidency was in receipt of the bill. So I took a position that this house had passed the bill, but we should wait till you return so that you can give us some direction as to how to treat this bill. I want to place on record that the government of President John Mahama and the government led by President John Mahama and the NDC are very, very ready to take this bill. We are ready to assent to it. We are ready to take it in this house. But Mr. Speaker, in view of the thorny legal issues that are raised, we're waiting for you to come. We're waiting for you to come and give some direction so that we will know how to proceed, whether we should have the bill relayed and taken through all the various stages of consideration, or treat it as having been passed and transmitted. So, Mr. Speaker, we made that public. That is why I'm raising it. We made that public. It was discussed in this chamber that when you resume, we'll draw your attention so that you give us some direction as to how to proceed. Mr. Speaker, those two are the issues that I want.
According to the majority leader in parliament, Mahama Ayariga said, look, anti-LGBTQ law yebesan yedebeba anti-Ghana for mun prep mo ho munye ready sa human sexual rights and family values bill no yebe pass inti MPP for dey no mo ye as omo ye cause distraction omo ye chess omo divert attention keke na we no he enko bebia inti muntu muna yen ayewo NDC aye majority in parliament yenye ya adwin de biara da say yema that anti-LGBTQ law no enye aduma Mahama now ye president John Mahama ono so kura we kan several times that already them in fact the all trying to say monfamra me sign into the can say the be kono was sign but minority leader in parliament Alexander Afenyo Market what shock me you just say MPP for so far 10 months in the MPP for one shock me pa in fact the biggest shock of my life in the dag me get jam enye da me yera sika enye da me bet any eye da MPP for e sha say be heavy said omunim de ekoso bia wa Ghana 10 months you are aware you pass ya de no you pass bill no parliament you all sat down shut up kept quiet because the entire Ghanaians or the most populated and I say the most of the population na yem peneso say gay no any lesbian no e had be practice na person law no ba Emma Sam George found grab be more popular mu wie ya pass ya de kodu na nado dan kwa Akufo-Addo anim but na nado nkomo de na obvious on sign ogo mu abrotie ko biza na say gay ni lesbobo yi one day mo be sign announce oh emre wo ha do time I say no aba beba na say papa no nya na so stop it enti wo ja mu ma ho kwan ante ye pass ya de free bill to parliament as a bill ebedu nanima o say munya rough nye na me go san we na me ko busuan ba me so busuan na me go so amebo na me anya bi enti NDC for your question and your question mark when your rhetorical question ya pese mu cha se dwendwen honam ansa mai se na MPP for bobusuan no musura na se mu bai mo say you only borrow when it's needed meaning say mu borrow we am bo be sika no mu fa na agogogutua okay good correct so far 10 months of John Mahama super fantastic Galamsey fight 80% improvement in terms of free education Adriana Gas ED 80% improvement in terms of school kola lawa what wana aba na nu ya omo sanya 1 month alawa asa de just go bottom and so correct CD performing better correct fuel bo cost from correct now when ina ye super beautiful and fantastic and the end is a munya madu is a bobusia rough now you don't feel na say ne Ghana cocoa board any gold board nini enuka bom etimi my over 17 billion US dollars na here na mko bobusia IMF ya na na adu kwache na 3 billion na mko jibai 3 billion sa Eurobond ya na kenoforiata omra na yembuze na asem no mai nini na 3 billion 2 billion sa na obobo kwa bomo ikodu 11 billion and busuya bobo berebe a kenoforiata ko bon Eurobond for 8 years 11.5 billion and gold bond ni cocoa board in less than 10 months I'm 17 billion no it means we have what it takes to substitute that borrowing with our own resources yenim we na yenim ye ade na enye ade na eda so twan broni kokko ma ache ya feature gongon so obetere say an game munye an lesbian munye na enye ye ya adwin say oh ya pe ane ye ana ye mpe ntie so someone has to see somewhere because he's going to borrow you money the money you are still going to pay back oh and the person will now tell you the kind of lifestyle you should be living my ba on say chama me 100 Ghana me de koye me WhatsApp bet you the next 3 days we say 100 Ghana no ojia fa girl because KFC we are na sika no media me metua na what tell me sika no kwa me first godinu but sa me ya kire ya so indirect IMF is currently the president of Ghana on the Iranian government in my from another time it be seen there. Meanwhile the people at affairs now Muyeduma John Mahama finance minister Kesla to force the Bank of Ghana governor Johnson Esiema but see the army have to take the credit because your tariff is here cost every 3 months here IMF fadauroma omonje share omde maye why do we still want to keep on borrowing why is it that the borrowing is why we cannot take decision for ourselves but yet we keep on running back dang emena so ese etwa so sa niema we sebi nan sebi anim ese ende no anti-LGBTQ law according to majority leader in parliament John Mahama is ready to pass the bill into law into obe asente amade no abayemra only if say the parliament which the speaker of parliament Albert Sumani Bagbin say baby you said baba back to parliament when MPP for the minority leader Alexander Afenyo Marcus ne Abu Jinapor mo ka say yes ramo mamu ko yi bi mfrim emfa bi nkan wan me say na say a new administration so if the need be say you improve ya why not improve it if the need be say titi bi mfrim why not yet titi bi mfrim but my enti bi mfrim e ma nko say because of loans nti yet titi agum am yakoji loans my emfa bi nkan ho because say yakoji loan nti amfa bi nkan ho anko say mra no ya nka na say explicitly so we see say na be wo debi emperor of monye ne say say na fata na Ghana for enina aninye enti bibia be fa ho for God and country this is your truth teller Maxi Billian our naked truth our Oldboga trends for comment no eto comment section na say we are subscribe like na share mo nua so enya bi enhwe edi no onim nada ba ko pe number 1 Maxi Billian bye bye.